Hi, so my inquiring minds question was, why is Youngstown so segregated with blacks mostly living in the city and whites living in the suburbs? So this kind of relates not only to Youngstown but a lot of major cities, because if you go into a lot of big cities, you predominantly see more black people than white people. White people do tend to have like the more stereotypical live in the suburbs, have the families, and so on. So a USA Today article had the top 15 cities that were like the worst ratios of black people and white people living in the cities. And just like naming a few, a lot of them were in the Midwest. So a lot was New York, Illinois, Michigan. They were all around the same area. So this is, for one example, Chicago. The black median income is about $36,000, and it is 47.3% of the white income. The unemployment rate is also very different. 18.7% is black, 5.8% is white. Now, this has a lot to do with the history of our country and how it always has been, and how it keeps the stereotypes and how nothing changes. That is my opinion, but it also is a proven fact that especially where black people and white people live, where they live to be brought up is kind of like where they're placed their entire life. And it takes a lot for them to change that. So, for example, especially with schools. So, school zoning. You could have one school in a white neighborhood be so strong, very smart programs, but then you could also have another school might not be as strong, like in academic wise, but athletic wise, very different. And also you could see the neighborhoods surrounding the schools. They're completely different. The roads around the schools, completely different. And it's just different because a lot of the cities, you're pulled into a lot of people being in those areas. So you're around a lot more things that can pull you down. You're raised around a lot of things that can just put you into that cycle. But a lot of it has not changed. And especially with this article, it names 15 cities that are the worst. But we know there's way more than just 15. And the ratios of the unemployment rates and how much money they make and home ownership rate and the population from black people to white people is a very big gap. And nothing has changed that in a very long time.